Hey everybody, this is Hadrian. Thanks for watching. Let's play some more of our tutorial in Civilization 5. We have just laid waste to the area around Krakow. We've brought our workers in to help repair it, and we're getting ready with our units to kind of bomb the crap out of Warsaw and take control of it from Poland. We have the opportunity to do some new construction in Rome. So let's do a Great War Infantry. Let's do the same in Neapolis. We do need some new ground forces. We've been worn down a little bit. We also can build submarines. So I'm going to start doing that just for fun. Great War Bomber is finished building here. That's in Vatican City. Vatican City has built up quite impressively now. So we'll move that bomber to Krakow. This Great War Infantry is ready to move. But first we're going to fire on these guys. We're also going to finally kill this ironclad. Say goodnight. This Great War Bomber is ready to move to Krakow. And now we have a Great War Bomber that's ready to actually do some damage. Notice they were able to fire on the Great War Bomber with a Gatling gun. Don't ask questions. Okay. This Great War Infantry, let's see, where can he move? Yeah, that's acceptable. So this is our unit that took over Krakow, and we're going to move him up. This unit, can it move to Neapolis? Yes, it can. Perfect. We're slowly moving our other planes that we've built. This is our Great War Infantry that we've built in Rome. We're slowly moving our other planes that we've built up to Krakow so that we can do some damage there, as you just saw. And this one, let's see, Warsaw is... It's in hilly territory, so rough terrain, sure. Well, let's give them both then. The rough terrain and the flat terrain combat bonuses. And you need orders, so where can I move you? Notice how far he can move in one turn because of the railroad. It's just crazy. Let's move you all the way to Vatican City. It'll take 3 turns. And here come these ironclads to help out. That's good. Alright, it's a little risky to move these workers into the positions I'm moving them, but we're gonna just see what we can get away with here. Next turn. Alright. Oh, they came in and captured that civilian. That's annoying. We'll capture it back. They brought their unit that had not quite died in to capture that civilian. But it was a dumb move because we could just take it right back. It was kind of a last ditch, just something they can do to annoy me. World Congress I was reading that. People like to smile the most, so we're clearly the happiest. We've researched plastics. A great engineer was born in Ravenna. Okay, so now we have 5 delegates base for being the host civilization. We have 3 delegates. Well, the other civilizations have 3 delegates, and there's +1 delegate for each city-state ally. So we just increased our basic number of delegates. All right. All right, so now we have Great War Bombers in position, but first... let's take our worker back. You jerks. We have a lot to do this turn. A lot of stuff just popped up. Alright, so we've got our worker back. Let's go ahead and get Warsaw in our sights. So that our planes can do some damage. We also need to get our artillery in position. So there... and then in the next turn, that artillery will be in position, which is great. We're going to have you fortify. This is one of our other engineers that's just finished building. We will leave him in Ravenna because that'll be great to have a words come to me. It'd be great to have a wonder in Ravenna. We haven't had one in that area yet. All right, so now we can bomb the crap out of Warsaw. What I'm going to do is probably hit these guys first. They can fire on me, but I can do more damage to them than they can do to me. All right, we have another bomber ready to attack. There are mods that you can download to make this animation go faster, because it does take a while for these animations to complete. Here's another bomber. So we're tearing them apart from the air. This is the advantage of researching flight before anyone else has got it. It's fantastic. All right, so this worker can go ahead and repair that sugar. Oh. That worker's out of moves, though, so I can't really do anything with these other workers right now. That's obnoxious. We'll just have them skip. All right, so now this unit is in range. Let's choose production and Antium. Ooh, we can now build research labs. That's great. It's great news. All right, Antium, how many wonders do you have, though? That's what I need to know. You have 2. But they're not world wonders, they're national wonders. So definitely, we'll build the Cristo Redentor in Antium. It's going to take 12 turns. Or will it? Because we have a great engineer that still has a move. After all of those tiles that it just moved, it is still able to have a command, which is awesome. So in 4 turns, the Cristo Redentor will be built. What does that do, you ask? Not only give me +8 culture in Antium, but also it reduces the cost of adopting new policies by 10%. It's kind of similar to a tech that we got very early on. Or not a tech, but a cultural policy. Speaking of that, let's build some more research labs. Yeah, Mediolanum as well, why not? And speaking of research labs, can we purchase one? Crap, we don't have quite enough money to purchase a research lab in Rome. I wanted to do that so that everywhere else that I was setting one up to be built would build it faster. Now let's adopt a policy. We can now have our first level 3. So, see, this is crazy. Look at this. Iron Curtain, we're probably going to go for this since we're at war right now with Poland, and this will help us just smooth things out faster. Free courthouse upon city capture, so there's no unrest. We can immediately start building stuff within cities. Well, there is unrest, don't get me wrong, but because the courthouse is built, which normally takes a long time per city, also notice that internal trade routes provide 50% more food or production, which help because we have several internal trade routes. But yeah, we're going to go with Iron Curtain. Definitely. Choose research. Let's go for electronics. Start getting ready to build battleships and carriers. Starts getting really interesting at this point. So we can now choose the host. We're going to choose ourselves. I am going to vote for myself, not against myself. I won't get it mixed up this time. And let's go to the next turn. Ideology adopted. The Maya have adopted the freedom ideology. Interesting. So the other people that have adopted ideologies so far have adopted different ideologies from mine, which is not always the case. The AI will sometimes strategize. Oh, they're firing on me. That's adorable. The AI will sometimes strategize in a way that you can see them trying to, kind of take on the same ideology as you so that you can't overpower them by being different and very, very powerful. Basically, as I was mentioning much earlier, if you're culturally supreme or superior, or supreme for that matter, it helps other civilizations to have the same ideology as you because there's not as much cultural unrest. Which is cool in a way, because when you think about, how dominant certain ideals have been in civilization, in real civilization in the past, and in the present, it helps when other countries, especially close by, think the same way, which is what the game kind of tries to simulate. And I find that very fascinating that it does that and does that well. All right, so we're going to try and just rebuild this area a little bit. All right, so these are our war bombers. We're able to do some damage to their infantry from a distance. We're going to keep doing that. We could bomb Warsaw if we wanted. But I would rather do damage to their infantry so that they can't do as much to me. We also might need to move our Great General there, because if any infantry invades that tile, yeah, these guys are just getting torn apart. Right, so we are the new host. Elections in Malacca have been rigged. All right, we're going to finish off these riflemen. So this is going quite well. And we can upgrade our infantry. That's good news. So our infantry are now even more powerful. Notice how little damage these artillery are going to do to Warsaw, because Warsaw is such a powerful city with 101 defense. It's kind of crazy. All right, I'm going to move the Great General back a step just to ensure his survival. We're going to pillage that tile to heal up a little bit. We're going to fortify this unit there, and we'll have this artillery set up for a ranged attack and fire on Warsaw as well. And in the very next turn, you'll be able to see a lot more just simultaneous attacks. From all of our bombers and artillery and all of that at once. I'm going to build as many research labs as I can right now, because I want to build towards possibly having a technological victory. We have a lot of faith. I need to see if I can possibly purchase a great prophet with that 2,000 faith, because he can go in and start converting some of these other cities to Latin paganism. And also, actually, I'm going to save that, because when we capture Warsaw, Warsaw is the holy city for Catholicism. When you use an inquisitor or a great prophet on a holy city, it actually erases that religion completely. That religion will still exist in the cities where there are followers, but it can no longer spread from its holy city, because you have effectively cleansed the religion at the source, which is pretty cool. So let's see. These infantry have finished training. These are our new units. Let's... yeah, let's give them both abilities. And we'll move them up here. Where else? Okay, you need to repair that. These artillery are ready to fire, so let's do that. I'm just letting the game take me through each unit that needs orders. Great War Bomber? Sure. So this War Bomber has actually had damage dealt to it by stuff like that. So it needs to heal up for a turn or two after that. Probably can't survive another attack. This one has as well. But still, the amount of damage we're going to be able to do is worse. Yeah, this one as well. This one only has 31 of 100 hit points. You can always point to this bar to see actually how your units are doing specifically in terms of their life. All right, I think that's all of our bombers that we have in Krakow right now. We're going to have more coming in soon because we built 5 or 6. I'll move you up there. Now this infantry needs to fortify. You need to fire on Warsaw. And that worker can just chill out for a bit. Hannibal can chill out for a bit. You need to fire on Warsaw. Alright, so in the next turn we should be able to actually capture Warsaw. Good. Great War Bomber can fly up to Krakow. So yeah, I think that pretty much right there, that just sealed their fate. We can upgrade. Notice it's not nearly as expensive anymore to upgrade units. It gets cheaper. Let me show you. 120 gold. It was 200 for the last upgrade. So one of the things that Civ 5 does that I like and at the same time sometimes don't like is it builds in mechanics that that are designed to kind of bring the game to a close. There are very, 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 very powerful endgame units Artillery just gets stronger and stronger. The ability to sweep in and just invade territory when you're a fully advanced civilization gets just insane. You know, these mechanized units that can come in. Sure, we'll renew that deal. You're our buddy. These mechanized units that can just come in and deal a ton of damage are just... it's fun, don't get me wrong, but you know, sometimes you want to have a long, protracted war with these established civilizations. You want to have that feeling of immersion that it's a established world, and an established world, and it takes a lot of effort to conquer these nations. So, you know, there's different ways to look at it. You know, I'm going to bring one of these workers back because he's going to need to do some rail connections between some of my cities. So is this one, as a matter of fact. I'll move. I'm going to swap positions there. So you need to start building a railroad to Vatican City. All right, now this great war bomber, he's got it in him to actually fight the city. So we'll do that. All right, good. This unit can actually get to Warsaw if I order them to march. So let's have our artillery open fire. And that's done. Now let's use our great war bomber to bring Warsaw down to 0 health, and then we'll go in and capture it. And then end the war with Poland. I'll show you how to do that from our end. It's pretty straightforward. If you use the trade screen at all while you've been playing, or while you've been playing along with the tutorial, you might already know how to do it. Alright. So some of our war bombers here are not nearly as damaged. They haven't had as much done to them. Alright. After this attack, I should be ready to bring my infantry in and take Warsaw. Yep. Alright. Let's do it. We're going to annex the city. We definitely got some pillage, 233 gold and 0 culture. 4... I don't know what that icon means. I don't know what that's telling me. I'm sorry, I know this is a tutorial, but that's one thing. I guess that was introduced in Gods and Kings. Culture. So Warsaw, let's see. Okay, there you go. So we gained, because they have great works in the city, they have a pendant from the medieval era and an evening shower at Atake and the Great Bridge by Uragawa Hiroshige, or Hiroshige, a great artist. That's an interesting great artist to have been born in Poland. It's a very Japanese name. All right, so in Poland, we already have an instant courthouse because of that policy. Or in Warsaw, excuse me, we have an instant courthouse. Notice it's still in resistance for 9 turns, so it actually can't build anything yet. But I'm going to go ahead and set up its queue nonetheless, so that it does start building as soon as possible. The stuff that we need it to build. And we'll build a hydro plant because it's on a river. Alright, so this great war bomber, let's just have those fortify until healed. We're going to have this guy stay put. You can repair that. Let's go ahead and have you build a route to Warsaw. This infantry needs to come here. Can I can't upgrade you yet, but I can upgrade you. We're going to have this general chill out. And now, we're going to select Poland. We're going to negotiate peace. And then we're going to have him, you just select cities. So, again, you just go down here, select cities. He's already willing to make peace with all of our city-state allies, and he has Yerevan. So we're willing to make peace with them. So we're going to propose that he give us Wrocław and Poznan. Now, this is what he proposed to us a few turns back, so he should accept it. But it's 2/3 of his remaining cities. He would only have 1 city left after this deal. So he would have to feel that he is losing terribly, and that he was still willing to go forward with the deal he proposed in order for this to work. Yeah, he's not willing to take it. So let's just take Poznan from him. Let's propose that. And we're going to annex the city. So Poznan, again, we get a free courthouse. And we are no longer at war with Poland. And we have all this awesome territory. I kind of want to take Singapore. I kind of do, I'm not going to lie. Is there a spot where we can put a city here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can put a city right there, in fact. And I want to, just to flesh out this territory completely. All right, so in Poznan, we also have to do some building. Let's go ahead and queue up the lighthouse, and then let's do a stable and a circus. And what should be next? Probably a bank. And then probably walls. All right. Next turn. So that went well. That was our war against Poland. We were going to get Wrocław, unfortunately. But I guess they didn't want to give it up. So now we have to build a great prophet. We'll probably do that in Vatican City because he's closest. They've denounced us. Very well. Yeah, they're not happy with us. But we made peace with all of their city-state allies. I should probably take a look at the diplomatic impact of that war, because we just went on a rampage and took so much of their territory. No, I'm not going to rename these cities the way I did those, because I'm not as familiar with the city names, the Roman-era city names in this area. At this point there, I don't know that there was any Roman influence quite that far north. There might have been influence, but I don't know that there was territory. There we go. Christo Redentor is done. So that will make future cultural policies a little bit easier to have. We're going to tell these infantry to heal. We're going to upgrade the Great War Infantry there. We're going to build a research lab in Antium. We're going to go ahead and move this Great War Bomber to Krakow. We're going to, or not to Krakow, but to Warsaw. Well, this unit's been promoted, so we're going to give him Siege 3. Make him even more powerful against cities. We're going to move all these warplanes. Alright, now you... Alright, this great general needs to move by 1 tile so that this guy can come in and repair. There are a lot of repairs needed right now. We're going to move our artillery basically to defend Warsaw. And we'll move this great general to Warsaw as well. Alright, here's our submarine. 25% combat bonus when attacking. That's good. We really don't have anywhere navally that's a threat anymore, because this coast is pretty much owned by us. I guess we could have the submarine come out here and guard against anything that these civilizations would try and throw at us, but at this point I doubt they're going to do that. Alright, we're bringing our infantry up from Neapolis. We're going to renew the trade route with Malacca. We have 2,000 gold now. Let's have a look at these city-state allies. Another way we can look at it is here. Alright, can I actually see how much influence? Actually, no, we can't look at it here. Oh, no. Yes, we can. There we go. 90, 76, 80, 100, 20, 75. So let's go ahead and take a look at Prague. We give them 1,000 gold. Then we do it again. Now Prague's our ally. We're getting some extra culture per turn from them. Now, I said I was going to look at the attitude these players have. So Hiawatha, they are concerned about our warmongering. Pakal is definitely concerned. Wow, they have a lot of reasons to dislike us now. Notice that everyone is a little disconcerted about that promise that I made to Poland when they said, hey, you've got a lot of troops near my borders. And I said, oh, no, I promise I won't attack you. And then I attacked them. So none of the other nations are happy with me about that right now. But if I let some time pass, that penalty will fade. So that's a good thing. Let me go ahead and build an arsenal in Neapolis. An arsenal in Vatican City, just kind of beefing these cities up. And we'll go ahead and purchase, should have the ability to get a great profit. Yes, we do. We also can purchase great scientists with faith. I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that, but let's go ahead and do that too, because that'll help us with our cultural, or with our technological victory. Just having more technology faster. So we purchased that. We're now down to 494 faith, but we're still making 75 every turn. And we're going to use this great profit to kind of go through here, actually to each of these 4 cities, and convert them to paganism. So this area, this territory is completely in our control. But for now, I will go ahead and cut this episode here and resume all of that in the next episode. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I upload new episodes in the Civilization 5 tutorial every day at noon Eastern Daylight Time, which is GMT-4 for those of you not in the States. Comments are always welcome. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next episode.